Yes, very good morning, my dear friends. Right, come on. So, friends, we are done with discussion yesterday with the concept of input tax credit. In that, we have done from section 16 to 21. But one section is pending, which will complete that first. Then we'll also discuss few small areas in GST and close it. And after that, we'll proceed to discussion about some interesting aspects in customs, which is not at all wonderful. Very good. Come on. Tell me guys, what is section 7? Section 12, time of supply in case of goods. 13, time of supply in case of services. 14, time of supply for change in rate of tax. 15, value of supply. 16, eligibility and conditions to claim input tax credit. Madam, reply, come on. You came only for customs, means you are expert in GST. That means answer should come, no? Eligibility and conditions to claim input tax credit. 18, availability of credit under special circumstances. 19, job work. 20, ISD. 21, recovery in case of excess distribution. Reply, you are the people who target a lot. Reply. Come on. What is section 22? Person liable for registration. 23, person not liable for registration. 24, compulsory registration. 25, procedure for registration. 26, deemed registration. 27, CTP and RTP. 28, amendment. 29, cancellation. 30, revocation of cancellation. Are we clear with that, everybody? Good, fair enough. Come on. So friends, yesterday we covered about job work. We also discussed about special cases. Then finally we spoke about ISD, where we discussed that ISD will file GSTR 6 by 13th of next month, wherein credit can be distributed to another units which have got same PAN. We cannot distribute to another entity as such. We will give to another unit having same PAN. Now, what is left for a discussion which we could not complete yesterday, not because of lack of time, but because of concentration level by our fantastic students. That's where we stopped there. So this one section which is pending will complete now first. Are we ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, section 17 deals with the concept of apportionment of credit and block credits. Apportionment of credit and block credit. In fact, my dear friends, section 17.1 to 17.4 deals with the concept of apportionment of credit. 17.1 to 17.4 deals with the concept of apportionment of credit, whereas 17.5 deals with the concept of block credit. I am sure you guys know very clearly that block credit is very important, and every time it comes in the exam for sure, because the name only says block credit. We are talking about those cases where credit is blocked. Exactly. Some interesting concepts are there, starting from 17.5 clause A to 17.5 clause I. Lot of special points are there which we need to understand, discuss in detail. Are we ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
Everybody? First, let's complete discussion on block credit, then we will go to apportionment of credit. Then we'll talk about some balance points in GST. Chalo. What is it we are going to learn first? 17.5. What is that? Block credit. Block credit means those cases where credit is blocked. So first let me talk about 17.5 clause A. 17.5 clause A, which says credit is not allowed in case of motor vehicle for transportation of passengers where approved seating capacity is not more than 13 persons, including driver. That means what? If the seating capacity is more than 13, credit is allowed. Seating capacity is less than 13, credit is not allowed. Let me give a classic example. Shivateja purchased a BMW car fully for official purpose. When I purchased the car, my wife told, wow. I told her, wow is good, but you are not allowed to sit in the car. This car, example, sir, anta scene ledu example. Yeah, this car is only for official purpose, only and only for office purpose. Nobody should enter this car. Am I using the car for personal purpose? No, fully for official. Still law is telling credit is blocked. Still law is telling credit is blocked. Getting clarity, everybody? Madam, come on. What if I purchase one motor vehicle for transportation of goods? Definitely credit is allowed. Lot will credit is blocked only in case of vehicle for transportation of passengers. If that is the case, people might tell, I will do one thing, I will buy one BMW car and tell I am using it for transporting goods. There is a difference between goods vehicle and passenger vehicle. When you buy a vehicle, you get something called RC, registration certificate. On that it is written, light motor vehicle, goods vehicle, written no. ఉందిగా లైసెన్స్ ఇచ్చాను డ్రైవింగ్ టెస్ట్ 8 సర్కిల్ చేశారా సార్ వండర్ఫుల్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఐ విల్ క్లియర్ దిస్ పాయింట్ ఎవరీవన్ కమ్ ఆన్ సో మోటార్ వెహికల్ ఫర్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ ఆఫ్ పర్సన్స్ వేర్ సీటింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఇస్ నాట్ మోర్ దెన్ 13 persons ఇంక్లూడింగ్ డ్రైవర్ లెట్ మీ ఆస్క్ ఎ స్మాల్ క్వశ్చన్ ఎ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కంపెనీ పర్చేస్డ్ ఏ 50-seater bus 50-seater bus for transportation of employees from home to office, office to home. Can they take credit? Answer is yes. Credit is not allowed only if the seating capacity is not more than 13. But if it is more than 13, credit is allowed. But let me tell you, there are some exceptions. Credit is allowed in following cases. Number 1, goods vehicle. Example, Tata Ace, dumper, tipper. ఇన్నారా సినిమాలో టిప్పర్ లారీ డైలాగ్ బాగా గుర్తుంటే వండర్ఫుల్ గూడ్స్ వెహికల్ క్రెడిట్ ఈస్ అలౌడ్ నెక్స్ట్ పర్సన్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ ద బిజినెస్ ఆఫ్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ ఆఫ్ ప్యాసింజర్ వాడి బిజినెస్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ ఆఫ్ ప్యాసింజర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ travel agents, Orange Travels, Apple Travel is not there, Orange Travel is there, Airavat, Southern Travel, so many are there. Clear friends? First one is person in the business of transportation of passenger. Person is in the business of further supply of such vehicles. అంటే వెహికల్ కొనడం వెహికల్ అమ్మడం వాడి బిజినెస్ కొనడం అమ్మడం క్రెడిట్ అంటే ఎట్లయితే సార్ For him the vehicle is not asset, for him the vehicle is stock. Then last and credit is allowed. Last point. Person engaged in business of imparting training. I repeat once again, come on. What is the last point, sir? Last part is what? Person engaged in business of imparting training on driving such motor vehicle. Example, driving school. How many of you know car driving here? Good. Have you been to driving school? Wonderful. In driving school what happens is both sides will have clutch, brake, steering ఉండదు, స్టీరింగ్ ఒకటే ఉంటుంది. Some are telling gear నీకోటి నాకోటి, ఏంది నీకోటి నాకోటి, అది మన ఇడ్లీ దోశనా నీకోటి నాకోటి చెప్పడానికి. Wonderful. What remember him? You also went to driving school? Bike driving school? అది స్కూటీ డ్రైవింగ్ స్కూల్ పోయారా పోలేదా నేర్చేసుకున్నారా మీరే ఎక్సలెంట్ ఆర్ యు క్లియర్ దిస్ ఓవర్ ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ ఇస్ ఓవర్ ఓకే నెక్స్ట్ లెసన్ సెకండ్ పాయింట్ ఆల్సో విల్ కంప్లీట్ దెన్ వీ కెన్ రైట్ 17.5 class A 17.5 class A 17.5 class A vessels and aircrafts. Exceptions are same as section 17.5A. అంతే టైం వేస్ట్ ఎందుకు మీ టైం వేస్ట్ ఎందుకు నా టైం వేస్ట్ ఎందుకు ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ ఆర్ సేమ్ యాజ్ 17.5A అంటే ఏంటి మీనింగ్ గూడ్స్ వెహికల్ అయితే క్రెడిట్ ఇస్ అలౌడ్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ ప్యాసింజర్ అయితే క్రెడిట్ ఇస్ అలౌడ్ ఫర్దర్ సప్లై అయితే క్రెడిట్ ఇస్ అలౌడ్ ఇంపార్టింగ్ బిజినెస్ అండ్ ట్రైనింగ్ ఆన్ వాట్ సార్ imparting business of imparting training on what driving airplane driving చేస్తాను flying such aircraft or navigating such vessel we will not drive we will navigate airplane we will not drive we will fly correct no I want to fly సార్ అంతే కదా సార్ డ్రైవర్ అన్నాం కదా పైలట్ అంటాం కదా ఫ్రెండ్స్ క్లియర్ ను సార్ Place is changed, name will change. Don't tell driving and all. If you sit in the class, you are a student. We go to a movie, we are an audience. We go to see a cricket match, we are a spectator. If you are acting in a movie, actors. Person is same, but place will change, name will change. Correct, no? End of the day when we die, everything is gone, only one word is left, body. But that should go with 3 letters called CMA. Then it makes more sense. So get that as soon as possible. Okay na? రాసేయండి. చూసిన చాలు రాయండి. సంతోషం. అవార్డిద్దాం. మీ క్లాస్మేటా? ఫ్రెండ్. How do you know that class is there today? Yesterday only you got to know? లేకపోతే వచ్చేవారు. ఎందుకు వచ్చారు? ఓ గుర్తుందా? జూనే కదా? ఆర్ జూన్ ఇస్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఫర్ డిసెంబర్? జూన్ ఓన్లీ. సరే అయితే ఏం శివ మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరూ అందరు పడుకోరా? అట్లా పడుకుంటే బకెట్ వాటర్ తీసుకొని ముఖం మీద కొట్టేసి రావాలను. ఆర్ యూ షుడ్ లిఫ్ట్ దట్ పర్సన్ అండ్ థ్రోయింగ్ ట్యాంక్మెంట్. జంప్ చేయలేదు కదా, పడుకున్నాడు కదా. పడుకున్నాడు, జంప్ ఎట్లా చేస్తాడు? మేడం గుడ్ మార్నింగ్. పర్సన్ యూ స్లీపింగ్, హౌ కెన్ యూ జంప్? అసలు మీ టాలెంట్కి, మీ నాలెడ్జ్కి టేక్ ఏ బౌ. మేడం హ్యాపీ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ యోగా డే. థ్యాంక్ యూ. యోగా డే, యోగా డే. ఎక్సర్సైజ్ మీరు చేయకండి, అసలే సన్న ఉన్నారు. మీకు ఎందుకు యోగాలు? చెప్పేది మీకు కాదు, ఆమెకి. మీరు చేయండి. ఎవరికి? మంచిదేగా. యా. Today morning I also stretched my body for some time. What Chintu? Yoga. Have you done today? Daily you do. Oh, it's automatic then. How did you get that US client? Oh, that's how, that is there in your blood then. Understood. So can I proceed? Okay, 2 minutes, quick. So done. Come on, what is 17 by class A? Motor vehicle where seating capacity is not more than 13 persons including driver. 17.5 class AA, vessels and aircrafts. Next. 17.5 class AB. So this interesting point. So point is very simple. Shivateja, when we purchase a BMW car, we clearly discussed that credit is not allowed. Why? It is blocked under 17.5 class A. So yes or no? Now imagine that car I have taken for servicing or for some repair or maintenance, and on that repair bill there is a GST. On that repair bill there is a GST. Can I take credit? Answer is no. It is blocked under 17.5 AB. 17.5 AB. Services of, listen to this line. Services of insurance, repair and maintenance. Services of what, sir? Insurance, repair and maintenance. In relation to, read this line, see this line carefully. In relation to such motor vehicle or vessel or aircraft for which credit is blocked. So meaning I repeat once again. If one software company purchases a 50-seater bus, whatever GST they pay on that bus, can they take credit? Yes. If they send that bus for servicing, whatever GST they pay on that repair bill, that also they can take credit. When vehicle you can take credit, servicing bill also you can take credit. When vehicle you can't take credit, servicing bill also you can't take credit. Vehicle bill is blocked under 17.5A, service bill is blocked under 17.5AB. This is the point, sir, latest point. Once upon a time the point was in the law was only that vehicle credit is only blocked. So people stopped taking vehicle credit, but whatever repair bill, maintenance bill has come, on that they have taken the credit. But now that is also blocked under 17.5AB. Take it. With this vehicle story is over. So done. So what is 17.5 class A? Motor vehicle for transportation of persons where the approved seating capacity is not more than 13 persons. 17.5 class AA. Vessels and aircrafts. 17.5 class AB. Insurance, repairs and maintenance related to such motor vehicle or vessel or aircraft for which credit is blocked. So if vehicle credit is allowed, repairs and maintenance credit also is allowed. If vehicle credit is blocked, this credit also is blocked. I hope we got a clarity. Done. Next point కొంచెం పెద్ద పాయింట్, ఇందులో చాలా ఉన్నాయి యాక్చువల్లీ. थोड़ा सा बड़ा पॉइंट है भाई, थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनो. 17.5 class B. Credit is blocked in following cases: food and beverages, outdoor catering. సో విన్నారా లేదా? Food and beverages, outdoor catering, beauty treatment. Food and beverages, outdoor catering, beauty treatment, health services, including cosmetic and plastic surgery, including cosmetic and plastic surgery, life insurance and health insurance. So this line is, renting or leasing or hiring of such motor vehicle or vessel or aircraft for which credit is blocked. When you can't take credit on vehicle, you cannot take credit on renting also. So if Shivadeja purchase one BMW car, I can't take credit. In the same way, if I take one BMW car on rent, on that rent whatever GST they charge, that also I can't take credits. So getting clarity? Exactly. Renting, leasing, hiring of such motor vehicle on which credit is not allowed. Then, membership of club, health and fitness center. Shivateja one day decided to join the gym daily morning, 6-pack. How can you decide, sir? Not possible. We'll make it possible, yeah. Anything is possible. We'll meet after 1 year. Next point. Membership of club, health and fitness center. If you stop Bonda, it is possible. Yeah. Next point, my dear friends. That is, what is that? 1 second. Yeah. Leave travel concession. So in all these cases, my dear friends, credit is blocked. But just listen to this note. No, 1 minute, don't write. Just listen to this note. Then you can start writing. Credit is allowed in case of further supply. That means what? I am buying food items to sell food items. Credit is allowed. I am buying bottles, selling bottles. Credit is allowed. Bottle ante beer, wine, whiskey kaadu. Water bottle, cool drink bottle. Beer and whiskey is not covered because alcohol liquor is outside GST. GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both except alcohol liquor for human. Exactly. Madam, good morning. Are you okay? What happened to you? All happy? Smile please. Please sit happily. In my class if you sit dull, I cannot see. Yeah. First one. Credit is allowed in case of what? Further supply. Second point. Listen no please. Interesting. Credit is allowed if employer has provided on account of statutory obligation. However, sir, please listen to this point, please. You are my home, important. However, it is not allowed if it is just company policy. This point came in exam so many times. Listen carefully, sir. Sir, there is a company. We joined the job. For all the employees, company is providing medical insurance. Unda sir meeku? Wonderful. There also. Who is paying that medical insurance premium? Company is paying. Now tell me, for company, if it is a statutory obligation, that means what? Government told them you should take and company has taken. Whatever insurance premium they pay along with the GST, that GST part they can take it as credit. But if it is not a statutory obligation, but company has taken because they have got tremendous love and affection towards employees, example, then what will happen? Credit is not allowed. Credit is allowed only if it is on account of what's a statutory obligation. So many times this point came in exam where they told it is on account of company policy. Students are becoming emotional. Since it is company policy, a policy of the company cannot be questioned. So credit is allowed. Nobody by Japaniki. No company owner. No one fellow wrote like this answer. Since it is company policy, we cannot question the company policy. We should throw that person entanglement, of course, and bring him back again. Exam has to write now. Sir, clear? That's it. This is a story of 17.5b. Very interesting, very important. Now I'll ask you one question. Think properly and tell me. Shivateja went to one sweet shop and I've taken 1 kg motichur laddu. Okay? And that 1 kg laddu I have taken to my office. Mottam nenu dille, tension madakandi. So the 1 kg laddu I have taken to my office because my clients, some US clients were coming to my office. So I wanted my US clients to taste motichur laddu. And I gave that to them during the meeting. Not for personal use, but for official use only. So that I can increase my fees. That's why I gave sweet to everybody. Hello? Urke istara hindi? Sweet lover ki... exactly. So I gave that sweet for official purpose. Now tell me, whatever GST I paid on that sweet bill, can I take credit? Speak out. Definitely answer is no. Situation 2. This question I keep asking students a lot. So imagine my son's birthday is coming up. Yeah, very soon it's coming actually. He's going to turn 5 years old. For his 5th birthday, I decided to organize a big party, a big function, where I call all my friends, relatives, students also, okay. And I told that caterer, telling that food should be fantastic. It should be that fantastic. Next 1 week, everybody who's coming to the function should talk about our food only, but too positively. That is important, no? Exactly. So what he thought is, he didn't want to take a risk. What he has done is, in catering, entire food he only prepared, but sweets he did not prepare. He went to one sweet shop called Almond House, and from that Almond House, he purchased the sweets and brought in the function. You got the point? Now tell me, Almond House sweet bill, Shivateja will pay, caterer will pay. Caterer will pay, and caterer will give me bill for full amount. Speak out. చింటూ ఆగు చింటూ పర్లేదు, అది ఎక్కడ పోదు, అన్నీ ఉంటుంది, అది ఆఫ్ కాదు ఇవాళ. Come on, concentrate. So that sweet bill who will pay? Caterer will pay. Can caterer take credit of that sweet bill? Answer is yes, because he did not take that sweets for consumption. He has taken that sweets for further supply. Ante. Sir, clear, no? Next point. Shivateja purchased one fair and lovely. See, nakenduku adi. Fair and handsome, yeah. Shivateja purchased one fair and handsome to daily apply. You might ask, personal use, no sir. Okay, Shivateja is a hero. Okay. So Shivateja is acting in films. So I decided to become an actor. Example. So I went to acting field. So for me, fair and lovely is not for personal use. It is for official use. Correct? No, because there are so many film stars where if makeup is there, we can see them, identify them. If makeup is not there, gone. Correct? No, before the shooting starts, full makeup only. Ante kada sir. After makeup is removed, we will be shocked. Come on, coming back to important discussion now. So Shivateja purchased this fair and handsome. Whatever GST I pay, can I take credit? Speak out. Definitely answer is no, because it is covered under beauty treatment items. Beauty treatment అంటే సర్వీస్ మాత్రమే కాదు, బ్యూటీ products also. But I'll ask you one question. There is one saloon. There is one saloon. Saloon, beauty parlor. Okay now? Why would spa buy fair and handsome? Spa will buy oils for massage, no. Why will they buy fair and handsome? They buy fair and handsome also. Okay, fine. Anyways, so any beauty parlor or a saloon or spa, whatever it is, they purchase beauty products for giving the treatment to the customer. Can they take credit? Yes, because it is as good as a further supply. Speak out. Everybody. Club renting of motor vehicle, right? Fitness center, ante, done, clear. That is the story of 17.5 clause B. Sir, second note చాలా important, exam లో చాలా సార్లు వచ్చింది. Take it please. నెక్స్ట్ పాయింట్ నా ఫేవరెట్ పాయింట్. నా ఫేవరెట్ అంటే ఫేవరెట్, ఎందుకంటే ఎగ్జామ్లో చాలాసార్లు వచ్చింది, ప్రాక్టికల్ కూడా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్ అది. అయిపోయిందా? డన్. సో ఫ్రెండ్స్, వాట్ ఇస్ 17.5 class A? Motor vehicle where seating capacity is not more than 13 persons including driver. 17.5 class A, vessels and aircraft. 17.5 class AB, insurance, repairs and maintenance related to such motor vehicle or vessel or aircraft where credit is blocked. 17.5 class B, so many points are there, very interesting and important. Food and beverages, outdoor catering, beauty treatment, health services including cosmetic and plastic surgery, life insurance and health insurance, renting, leasing or hiring of such motor vehicle or vessel or aircraft for which credit is blocked. Membership of club, health and fitness center, leave travel concession. Done. Next point, very, 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 very interesting and important, came in exam so many times. 17.5 class C. చిన్న పాయింట్ కానీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ పాయింట్. వర్క్స్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ సర్వీస్ ఫార్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఇమ్మూవబుల్ ప్రాపర్టీ. Friends, if you remember, I told you very clearly what is the meaning of this word, works contracts. Works contract is a contract where there is element of goods as well as service. If I bring a paint box and ask painter to paint the room, it is only a service. If I tell him, boss, you only get the paint box, you should do painting also. It becomes a works contract. అంతే కదా సార్? మరి ఇక్కడ ఒక పాయింట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ సార్, ఫస్ట్ నోట్, చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్, కేర్ఫుల్ వినండి. కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ మీన్స్ repairs, construction includes repairs, renovation or alteration or reconstruction. Come on, what is the line we wrote, sir? Construction includes repairs, renovation or alteration or reconstruction. To the extent of, listen please, to the extent of capitalization to the said immovable property. I repeat once again, to the extent of capitalization to the said immovable property. That means what? Whatever repairs, works contract we have incurred, if it is revenue expenditure, credit is allowed. If it is capital expenditure, credit is not allowed. Because construction means whatever is capitalized. Madam, getting the point, no? So you should not tell everything is capital expenditure. For example, in this wall, there is some small patch. Somewhere little bit of cracking is happening. So I purchased little bit of cement and I just fixed it. Is it capital improvement? What is it? Revenue expenditure. That revenue repairs, credit is allowed. If it is capital improvement, where I removed that entire wall and a fresh wall I constructed, capital repairs. Revenue is different, capital is different. Revenue does not enhance the asset. Capital enhances the asset. For example, laptop, one screw is gone, it becomes a revenue expenditure. Motherboard I changed, capital expenditure. Tells me motherboard, fatherboard, motherboard. We know, no? Right, come on. So one more interesting point, one more note. Listen please, 2 minutes, don't write. Credit is allowed in case of plant and machinery. So credit is not allowed in case of immovable property, but credit is allowed in case of what? Plant and machinery. Plant and machinery means any equipment or apparatus or machine which is fixed to the earth, either by foundation or structural support, and includes such foundation or structural support, but does not include, that means something is not covered in plant and machinery. Sir, మీకు ఇది అర్థం కావాలంటే చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇస్తా సార్, శివ గారు చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్. జనరేటర్ తెలుసు కదా మనకి, ఒక మాట చెప్పండి, యూ హ్యావ్ సీన్ జనరేటర్ ఎనీ టైం? జనరేటర్ చూసారా ఎప్పుడైనా? Did you ever observe that generator is never put on the floor? On the floor what they do is, చిన్న బేస్ they will construct. అవునా? చిన్న బ్రిక్, సిమెంట్, శాండ్ వేసి ఒక చిన్న బేస్ లాగా చేసి ఆ బేస్ పైన జనరేటర్ పెడతారు. డైరెక్ట్ ఫ్లోర్ పై జనరేటర్ పెడితే మొత్తం షేక్ అయిపోతుంది, మొత్తం అర్థింగ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ విల్ కమ్. సో దే క్రియేట్ ఎ స్మాల్ బేస్ అండ్ ఆన్ దట్ దే పుట్ జనరేటర్. ఇప్పుడు చదవండి, ఎనీ మెషిన్ విచ్ ఈస్ ఫిక్స్డ్ టు ద ఎర్త్ ఎదర్ బై ఫౌండేషన్ ఆర్ స్ట్రక్చరల్ సపోర్ట్. అర్థమైపోయిందా? స్పీక్ అవుట్. For generator, we have a foundation or structural support, but does not include number 1, land, building, and any other civil structure. So it's related to land and building, credit is not allowed. Telecommunication towers, for telecommunication towers also credit is not allowed. Last one, pipelines laid outside the factory premises. ఇది ఎగ్జామ్ ఒకసారి క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చింది, ఏమన్నాడంటే అవుట్ సైడ్ ప్రిమైసెస్ టు ద ఫ్యాక్టరీ గేట్. స్టూడెంట్స్ థాట్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద ఫ్యాక్టరీ గేట్, బయట నుంచి గేట్కి, గేట్ నుంచి లోపల కాదు, గేట్ నుంచి లోపలికి అయితే క్రెడిట్ విల్ కమ్, బయట నుంచి గేట్కి అయితే క్రెడిట్ విల్ నాట్ కమ్. గుర్తుంది సార్? క్లియర్ ఆర్ నాట్ ఎవ్రీబడి? స్పీక్ అవుట్. సో ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ పైప్ లైన్ లేడ్ ఫ్రమ్ అవుట్ సైడ్ ద ఫ్యాక్టరీ గేట్ టు ద ఫ్యాక్టరీ గేట్, క్రెడిట్ ఈస్ అలౌడ్. From the factory gate, outside the factory gate to the factory gate, credit is not allowed. Within the factory gate, credit is allowed. So, అర్థమైందా? What the last line we wrote? Pipelines laid outside the factory premises. So, it's outside the factory, credit is not allowed. Within the factory, credit is allowed. That's it. Very, very interesting. ఇప్పుడు ఈ పాయింట్ అయిపోయింది కదా సార్, ఒక లైన్ చెప్తానండి. యూ మైట్ ఆస్క్, సార్ ఇంత టైం స్పెండ్ ఎందుకు చేస్తున్నారు సార్ మీరు, అంత ఇంపార్టెంటా? అవును సార్, ఎందుకో కూడా చెప్తా. సెక్షన్ 17(5)D ఇది కూడా చెప్పేస్తా, ఎందుకో మీరే చూడండి. 17(5)C ఏంటి సార్? వర్క్స్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ సర్వీస్ ఫర్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ మూవబుల్ ప్రాపర్టీ. అంటే ఏంటి? గూడ్స్ సర్వీస్ రెండు కలిపి తీసుకుంటున్నాం, రెండు కలిపి. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి ఇక్కడ, గూడ్స్ ఆర్ సర్వీసెస్ ఆర్ బోత్ ఫర్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఆఫ్ immobile property on own account. ఓన్ అకౌంట్ అంటే మన కోసం అయితేనే క్రెడిట్ రాదు. ఒకవేళ వీఆర్ ఎ బిల్డర్, నాట్ బాడీ బిల్డర్, కన్స్ట్రక్టింగ్ అన్ అపార్ట్మెంట్ ఫర్ సెల్లింగ్ దట్ అపార్ట్మెంట్, దెన్ డెఫినెట్లీ క్రెడిట్ ఈస్ వాట్ సార్ అలౌడ్. ఇక్కడ ఒక చిన్న పాయింట్, హవెవర్ ఐటీసీ ఈస్ అలౌడ్ ఇఫ్ WCS is taken for providing output WCS. సో మీకు ఆ పాయింట్ అర్థమైంది ఏం చెప్పాను? హవెవర్ ఐటీసీ WCS, ITC is allowed if WCS అంటే వర్క్స్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ సర్వీస్. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ వర్క్స్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ సర్వీస్ టు ప్రొవైడ్ వర్క్స్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ సర్వీస్, డెఫినెట్లీ క్రెడిట్ ఈస్ అలౌడ్. సార్ క్లియరా? సో 17(5)Cకి Dకి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటంటే, C ఏమో వర్క్స్ కాంట్రాక్ట్, D ఏమో గూడ్స్ సర్వీస్. సపరేట్ అయినా కూడా క్రెడిట్ రాదు. ఆ పాయింట్ చెప్పలేదు అనుకో, అందరూ ఏం చేస్తారు, వర్క్స్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ అయితే క్రెడిట్ ఎలాగూ రాదు కాబట్టి గూడ్స్ సపరేట్ తీసుకుందాం, సర్వీస్ సపరేట్ తీసుకుందాం. వీఆర్ టెలింగ్, హలో, C విల్ నాట్ కమ్, D విల్ కమ్. హలో బ్రదర్, C లేదు, D ఉంది. సార్ క్లియరా? టేక్ ఇట్ ఓవర్. Can I proceed? So done. What is 17.5 clause C? Works contract service for construction of mobile property. 17.5 clause D. Goods services are both for construction of a mobile property on own account. Next 17.5 clause E. Goods or services over. And the big points have been small points now over. Goods or services are both on which tax is paid under M scheme, sir. Composition scheme. There is no question of credit. ఇంకో లైన్ ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ నెక్స్ట్ పాయింట్ ఓ 2-3 పాయింట్స్ క్లోజ్ చేద్దాం. చిన్న చిన్న పాయింట్స్ ఇవన్నీ. 17.5 clause F. Goods or services or both received by NRTP. NRTP గుర్తున్నాడా? నాన్ రెసిడెంట్ taxable person. Exactly. Except on goods imported by him. Whatever goods he imported, that he can definitely take credit. Next. Clause F, no? 17.5 clause F. G. Is a simple point. Goods or services or both used for personal consumption. If it is personal, there is no question of taking credit. Next point, very important. Concentrate. 17.5 clause H. ఇది చాలాసార్లు వచ్చింది ఎగ్జామ్లో. Goods lost, stolen. So lost అంటే పోయినాయి. Stolen అంటే somebody has shown their talent. కరెక్ట్ నేను ఫ్రెండ్స్, దట్ ఇస్ ఆల్సో టాలెంట్ నేను. ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇస్ టాలెంట్ ఓన్లీ. Goods lost, stolen, destroyed, disposed of or written off by way of gift or free samples. Classic example of free samples is in pharmaceutical companies. Understanding? And let me tell you practically in our office also, whenever we buy some items to give it as gift to some staff or to clients and all, we never take credit on it because the credit is blocked. Last point, common sense point. Tax paid on account of fraud, detention, seizure or కాన్ఫిస్కేషన్ ఆఫ్ గూడ్స్. చేసిందే తప్పు, కట్టింది ట్యాక్స్, మళ్ళీ అది క్రెడిట్ కావాలా నీకు? కొంచెం ఉన్న మనిషి అన్నం. యూ అండర్స్టాండ్? నెక్స్ట్ డైలాగ్. చేసిన తప్పు, కట్టింది తప్పు, మళ్ళీ క్రెడిట్ కావాలా నీకు? సో గాట్ ద పాయింట్. అయిపోయింది. దట్స్ ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ బ్లాక్ క్రెడిట్. అయిపోయింది, సింపుల్. సిటీ వరకే టైం పడుతుంది, తర్వాత అంతా స్టోరీ సింపులే. So I done? That is the end of story for this concept of what, my dear friends? Block credit. 17.5 clause A is motor vehicle where seating capacity is not more than 13% including driver. AA is vessels and aircraft. AB is insurance, repair, maintenance related to such motor vehicle, vessel or aircraft for which credit is blocked. 17.5 clause B related to food and beverages, outdoor catering, health insurance, membership of club, health and fitness center, then life insurance and health insurance, leave travel concession. Everything is covered in that. Then 17.5 clause C is works contract service for construction of mobile property. 17.5 clause D goods services or both for construction of mobile property. 17.5 clause E composition. F NRTP. G personal consumption. H very very important, goods lost, stolen, destroyed, disposed of or written out by way of gift or free samples. I fraud, detention, seizure or confiscation of goods. That's it. I hope we are clear with these points, everybody. Guys, done. So let me finally talk about last discussion, apportionment of credit, and then close this beautiful chapter called input tax credit. Are you ready? Right. So simple concept, my dear friends. Already we know the discussion yesterday where introduction already gave you that if output is taxable, then ITC is allowed. If output is exempted, will ITC be allowed? Speak out. But before I teach you that, you need to understand something important. So there is something called nil rated, exempted, non-GST, zero rated. Innara sari words? What is nil rated? Nil rated is a case where rate of tax is nil. Come on, what is nil rated? Nil rated is a case where rate of tax is nil. Exempted is those which are non-taxable only, which are actually taxable, but time being wonderful, very good. Time being exempt because of notification. Friends, I hope you are getting clarity. They are actually what, sir? Taxable, but the time being they are exempt because of what? Notification. Non-GST, simple answer. Example? Wonderful. A lot of concept. Right. What is the last one? Zero rated. Zero rated means rate is zero. Nonsense answer. Zero rated supply means only covers two categories. Number one, exports. Number two, supplies to SEZ. What is SEZ, sir? Special Economic Zone. Friends, getting clarity, everybody? Speak out. And let me tell you an interesting point. In case of zero rated supply, output tax is not paid, but input tax credit is allowed. Obviously, because we are doing a top activity called exports, government is extremely happy. That is the reason why there is something called foreign trade policy. Fantastic schemes are there, which you learn in your CMA final. Don't worry. So clear, friends, everybody? Come on, what is the point? In case of zero rated supply, output tax is not paid, but input tax credit is allowed. Now listen here. If any goods or services or both are used for the purpose of taxable, including zero rated, then ITC is allowed. However, if they are used for the purpose of exempted, then what will happen, sir? ITC is not allowed. So speak out. Next point. If they are used for both taxable and exempted, then it is known as common credit, which needs to be apportioned. Which needs to be what, sir? Apportioned. as per rule 42 and 43. 42 in case of inputs and input services. 43 in case of capital goods. Sir, I hope introduction is clear. What is it we are trying to learn, my dear friends? Sir, I repeat once again, if output is taxable, then definitely input tax credit is allowed. If output is zero rated, then also input tax credit is allowed. If output is exempted, then input tax credit is not allowed. But we are talking about special case where we are using something for both exempted as well as taxable. Take a small example. Shivateja is a manufacturer of pens and pencils. And just assume, pen is taxable, pencil is exempt. I purchased one machine. Machine is a capital good. This machine, if I use only for pens, credit is allowed. If I use only for pencil, credit is not allowed. But I am using this machine for both pen as well as pencil. Then we call it as common credit, which we need to apportion. Friends, yes or no? Speak out, everybody. All of us. Point is simple. How do we apportion? We'll talk in detail. Okay, now. So first take this. Then I will take 5 minutes of your time and explain you rule 42. Again I will make you write. Again take 5 minutes of your time. Explain rule 43. Close the story. Sir, Dan, can I proceed? Sir, done? Yeah. Sir, do you want to take this once? Yeah, better take this quickly. 2 minutes, please. Never dare to tell zero rated means rate is zero. Don't even dare to tell that statement. One of the most atrocious, ridiculous, nonsense answer it is. ఇప్పుడు ఐటమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, మిల్క్ ఎగ్స్ టొమాటో వెజిటబుల్స్ పొటాటో అండ్ ఆల్ దే ఆర్ నాట్ taxable because they are not nil rated, where the rate of tax is nil. Exempt తప్పు కదా. ఎగ్జంప్షన్ విల్ కమ్ ఓన్లీ బై నోటిఫికేషన్. ఇప్పుడు ఎప్పుడంటే అప్పుడు దే కెన్ రిమూవ్ ద ఎగ్జంప్షన్. ఇప్పుడు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను, హాస్పిటల్ సర్వీస్ ఈజ్ ఎగ్జామ్ట్. యాక్చువల్గా సర్వీస్కి 18% GST ఉంది, కానీ నోటిఫికేషన్ వల్ల ఎగ్జామ్ట్. అది నిల్ రేటెడ్ అంటే ఏంటి? రేటే నిల్. అది అర్థమైంది? ఎగ్జామ్ట్ నిల్ రేటెడ్ తేడా. ఎగ్జామ్టెడ్ వాటికి రేట్ ఉంది, కానీ ఇప్పుడు ఎగ్జామ్ట్. నిల్ రేటెడ్కి ఏంటి? రేటే నిల్లు. తేడా ఉంది కదా. అసలు తినకపోవడం వేరు, డైటింగ్ అని చెప్పి తినకపోవడం వేరు. What, madam, had your breakfast? Had your breakfast? Sprouts. The more bondas you eat, you will become like bonda only. Is it? Exactly. They all take bath in oil and come out. Correct, no? Oil bath. ఏంటమ్మా, ఏం కావాలి? చలో నెక్స్ట్. సార్ మీది అయిపోయిందా? చలో, శివ అయిపోయిందంటే అయిపోయినట్టే. Rule 42. Inputs and input services. Listen, my dear friends. How did law say, how do we approach in the case of inputs and input services? Simple concept. I'll just take 5 minutes of your time and close this concept. Listen carefully. What they told in the law is, take total ITC for the month. Assume that is 1 lakh. Okay? Okay now? Now listen. Out of 1 lakh, ITC related to personal purpose. అది పక్కన పడాలి కదా. చెప్పండి. That we should not take at all. Next. Out of 1 lakh, ITC related to exempted items only. ITC related to what, sir? Exempted items only. It is 20,000. Even that we should not take credit, no? అది ఓన్లీ ఎగ్జామ్టెడ్కి వాడితే క్రెడిట్ వస్తుందా సార్? రాదు. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకో లైన్ ఏంటండి? అవుట్ ఆఫ్ 1 lakh, ITC రిలేటెడ్ టు బ్లాక్డ్ ఐటమ్స్ ఒక 30,000 అనుకోండి. బ్లాక్ క్రెడిట్ వస్తుందా? చెప్పండి. వాట్ ఇస్ ద బ్యాలెన్స్ ఫిగర్? 1 lakh minus 10,000 plus 20,000 plus 30,000. Do you want calculator? Wonderful. Thank you very much. How much is that? This 40,000 is the credit taken to credit ledger. అంతే కదా సార్? సార్ కామన్ సెన్స్ వాడండి సార్. మొత్తం క్రెడిట్ ఎంత? 1 lakh. అందులో ఇంతనేమో పర్సనల్ చిచి పక్కన పడాయి, ఇంతనేమో ఎగ్జామ్టెడ్ చిచి పక్కన పడాయి, ఇదేమో బ్లాక్డ్. అయ్యో, బ్యాలెన్స్ ఎంత? 40,000. టేక్ ఇట్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ క్రెడిట్ లెడ్జర్. అంతే కదా సార్? సింపుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్. యాక్చువల్ దీన్ని కాంప్లికేట్ చేయొద్దు, వెరీ సింపుల్. నెక్స్ట్, అవుట్ ఆఫ్ 40,000, అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ITC రిలేటెడ్ టు taxable items only is 10,000. What is the balance, sir? 40,000 minus 10,000, which is this 30,000 is known as common credit. అంటే అది ట్యాక్సిబుల్ కాదు, ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కాదు, అన్నిటికీ వాడాం. వాట్ యూ కాల్ ఇట్ దెన్? కామన్ క్రెడిట్. నా వాట్ లా టోల్డ్ ఇస్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ కామన్ క్రెడిట్, అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ITC related to exempt supplies is equal to common credit into exempt turnover divided by total turnover. Common sense है sir? Exempt turnover divided by total turnover. Sir, చెప్పండి సార్. Assume for a second exempt turnover is 3 lakhs. Okay? Sorry, common credit ఎంత? 30,000. Exempt turnover 3 lakhs అనుకోండి. ఓకేనా? టోటల్ 10 lakhs అనుకోండి. చెప్పండి సార్, ఎంత వస్తుంది ఫిగర్? క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ కావాలి మీకు దీనికి కూడా. అమ్మా, 9,000 is reversed. 9,000 మేడం, 0 క్యాన్సిల్ చేస్తే 9,000 వస్తుంది కదా. ఏంటి మా ఏంది బైపీసీ అయితే కోసారు కదా బాగా. కమాన్, క్లియర్ నో? నెక్స్ట్, అవుట్ ఆఫ్ కామన్ క్రెడిట్ ITC related to personal use is equal to law only told 5% of common credit, which is 5% of 30,000. Wonderful. That's it. అయిపోయింది. ఓవర్ రూల్ 42. సింపుల్, ఏం లేదు సార్ దీంట్లో. సార్ ఒక పని చేయండి సార్, సింపుల్ చెప్తా, మర్చిపోండి. వాట్ ఎవర్ మర్చిపోండి అంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ మర్చిపోండి కాదు, కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇస్ సింపుల్. వాట్ వీఆర్ ట్రైన్ టు డూ, ఫస్ట్ వీఆర్ సీయింగ్ వాట్ ఈస్ టోటల్ క్రెడిట్. అవుట్ ఆఫ్ దట్ హౌ మచ్ ఈస్ పర్సనల్, ఫర్గెట్ ఇట్. హౌ మచ్ ఈస్ ఎగ్జామ్టెడ్, ఫర్గెట్ ఇట్. హౌ మచ్ ఈస్ బ్లాక్డ్, ఫర్గెట్ ఇట్. బ్యాలెన్స్ విల్ టేక్ ఇట్ టు ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ క్రెడిట్ లెడ్జర్. తీసుకున్నాం, క్రెడిట్ లెడ్జర్లోకి తీసుకున్నాం. ఆ క్రెడిట్ లెడ్జర్లో తీసుకున్న దాంట్లో హౌ మచ్ ఈస్ రిలేటెడ్ టు టాక్సిబుల్, కీప్ ఇట్ అసైడ్. Balance is called common credit. Out of this common credit, how much is related to exempted? Common credit into exempt turnover divided by total turnover. You will get that figure. That figure you reverse it. If that month exempt turnover figures are not available, take figures for previous month. If that month figures are not available, take figures for what? Previous month. And out of common credit, what is related to personal? Since we can't practically identify, law told directly take 5% of common credit. Sir, done? Speak out. Take it. ఏమైంది? So you should always believe 2 things in life. Number 1, only one life. If you don't enjoy now, when will you enjoy? Second point, only one life. If you don't succeed now, when will you succeed? So both has to be done. Are you done? Can I proceed? So what is it we are trying to do is basically taking total ITC, out of that how much is related to personal is gone, exempted is gone, blocked is gone. Balance is the credit what I take it to credit ledger. Out of that how much is related to taxable, that I'll separate, then the balance is called common credit. Then out of the common credit, amount related to exempted will be common credit into exempt divided by total. Personal will be 5% of that common credit. And if the exempt turnover figures are not available for that month, we will take figures for previous month. I hope this makes sense for everybody. Done. Let's proceed. Let me now talk about rule 43, which talks about apportionment. This is very, very simple actually. Apportionment in case of what's a capital good. Let me give a small example so that we'll get a clarity. Machine is purchased. Something is wrong. Machine is purchased for 10 lakhs plus GST at 18%, which is 1.8 lakhs. Entire credit is taken to electronic credit ledger. However, the capital good is being used for both exempted and taxable. I repeat once again, capital good is being used for both exempted and taxable. Then what law is telling? Entire credit is already taken to credit ledger, right? Now do one thing. Every month for a period of 60 months, do this following activity. Why 60 months? Because GST law believes that useful life of capital good is 5 years. Nothing but 60 months. Credit for a month is equal to 1.8 lakhs divided by 60 months, which comes to 3,000. Calculator not required. Yeah? Credit to be reversed is equal to 3,000 into ET by TT. And if that month there is no exempt turnover, previous month, and they got sir 3,000 into assume 3 lakhs divided by 10 lakhs, which comes to 900. Like this, you have to keep on doing reversal for how many months? 60 months. I hope you are getting clarity. Simple, over. This is a story of rule 43. But now one important note I will tell. In case of banking and financial institution, including NBFC, what they told is follow rule 42 and rule 43, or rule 42 or 43, or other option is there. Other option is there. Now what is that other option? Claim 50% and forget 50%. Ante. So మీకు అర్థమైందా? This other option is only for whom, sir? Banking and financial institutions, including NBFC. వాళ్ళకి ఏం చెప్పారు? బాబు నువ్వు పని చేయి, 42 ఫాలో అవుతావా? ఫాలోగా అపోర్షన్మెంట్ రివర్సల్ మొత్తం చెయ్యి. నువ్వు అంటున్నావు అబ్బా నాతో కాదు దాంతో ఐ కాంట్ డూ దిస్, అబ్బా ప్లీజ్. లా ఇస్ టెలింగ్ వాట్? ఫర్గెట్ ఆల్ దిస్, డైరెక్ట్లీ టేక్ వాట్? 50%. Forget 50%. That's it. Are we clear with this, everybody? Speak out. Take it. That's the story of input tax credit. That's the end of this beautiful topic called ITC. Are we done? That's it, my dear friends. That is the end of story of this beautiful topic known as input tax credit, where high possibility that, not possibility, it's very clear that question will come in the exam. 100% it will come. There's no doubt about it. Are we clear, my dear friends? Next, my dear friends, I want to complete a small topic in 2 minutes. That is audits under GST, which has got a small importance in exam, where 2 to 4 marks may come, may not come, but still we have to learn about it. There are 2 types of audit called department audits, other one is called special audits. This point, commissioner or any person authorized by the commissioner may conduct department audit. May conduct what's a department audit. But the biggest joke is what I'll tell you. Notice is given at least 15 days prior to commencement of audit. Over, no? We will show you only what you want to see. 15 days prior to commencement of audits. So getting clarity, everybody? Yeah, next. Another interesting concept is that audit is to be completed within 3 months. Further extension, 6 months. Sir, next. If any findings are there, it is intimated to the person and action is taken. What is that action? Learn in CA final. There is something called demands on recovery. Recovery in case of other than fraud. Recovery in case of fraud. Lot of interesting concept is there in CA final. So I'm going to say CMA final. Both are same only. Is that clear, no? Hold on, don't wait for 2 minutes. Special audit. At any stage of inquiry or scrutiny, officer may order for special audit with prior permission of commissioner. Next one. Special audit is conducted by CA or CMA nominated by commissioner. Audit is to be completed within 90 days plus 90 days. Okay, now special audit can be ordered even if accounts are already audited. Friends, I hope we are getting clarity. Special audit can be ordered even if accounts are what, my dear friends? Already audited. I hope you are understanding. So here, see, if you observe carefully, all this introduction, levy, collection, time, value, YTC, registration, everything we have done. We are TDS, TCS, over, no? 51, 52. Then this is something called audit under GST, what I was trying to discuss with you. And I already told this point, the concept is gone. That is more than 5 crores. There was a concept called GST audit by chartered accountant or cost accountant. Chepanga sir. And with effect from this 1st August, this has been omitted. Pain. Biscuit happened. This is 65 what I was talking about. Department audits. And this is to be committed within 3 months. And he may, for reasons to be recorded, extend the period for a further period not exceeding 6 months. That is what we wrote. So, 3 months, further period not exceeding 6 months. And 15 days point. Yeah. registered person shall be informed by way of notice not less than 15 working days prior to conduct of audit. So correct? No. Next point you see. See this line, audit is to complete within 3 months or with an extended period of what? 6 months. But one point you have to observe here, notice for audit was served on 6th July, information is given 22nd August, audit started on officers visited on 15th September, fine. But audit is to be completed within 3 months from 22nd August, that is 21st of November, 3 months. Extended period 6 months would be 21st of February. So technically it is not 3 months plus 6 months, it is 3 months. Further extension, further period not exceeding 6 months. Ante 3 months basic period plus extension, total is maximum 6 months. అర్థమైందా? సో అక్కడ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఇంగ్లీష్లో మాట రాశాడు. దిస్ డిస్కషన్ వి హ్యాడ్ దట్ టైమ్ ఆల్సో. యూ కెన్ సీ హియర్ ఆగస్ట్ నుంచి 3 months అయితే నవంబర్, మళ్ళీ వాడు ఏమన్నాడు, ఎక్స్టెండెడ్ పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ 6 months, ఎక్స్టెండెడ్ పీరియడ్ విల్ బి 21st of February. 11th February అంటే మళ్ళీ 3 months కదా ఎక్స్ట్రా. సార్ చెప్పండి సార్. దెన్ ది 66 స్పెషల్ ఆడిట్. స్పెషల్ ఆడిట్లో అకౌంట్స్ ఆల్రెడీ ఆడిటెడ్, స్టిల్ దే కండక్ట్ ఆడిట్. మనం రాసింది కూడా ఇదే. మీరు ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇంగ్లీష్ లాంగ్వేజ్లో హీ రోట్ ఫర్దర్ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ 6 months. బట్ మీరు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూస్తే అట్లా లేదు మీనింగ్. యూ గాట్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ నో? దట్స్ హౌ దే ప్లే ఇన్ ద ఎగ్జామ్. ఇది ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను, 90 days ప్లస్ 90 days. దట్స్ ఇట్. సార్ ఇట్ క్లియర్ దిస్? స్పీక్ అవుట్. ఇది తీసుకోండి సింపుల్ సమ్మరీ నోట్స్లో. That's it. Once we're done, we'll take a break. After break, we'll discuss the balance. Thank you. Yes, come on, get back, my dear friends. So friends, we are done with discussion about input tax credit. We have got some more points which I want to spend time with you. That also we'll discuss and close this. Okay? Ready? Come on. So as I was discussing with you, audits under GST is over. Let me spend a little bit time on discussion about the concept of e-way bills. Friends, what is an e-way bill? First of all, e-way bill, purpose of e-way bill is what? Basically to track the movement of goods. E-way bill is only in case of goods. E-way bill is mandatorily required to be generated in case of movement of goods of consignment value exceeding 50,000. And let me tell you an important point. Consignment value means value including GST. This point we discussed. Yeah. Consignment value means what's the value including GST? Will generate e-way bill. An interesting concept to be noted here is the concept of validity of e-way bill. How long is the e-way bill valid? They told in the law up to 200 kilometers one day. And for every 200 kilometers or path thereof, you will get one additional day. Now interesting point here is, whenever we use this word one day and all, how do we calculate this one day? Imagine a case like this. One person, Mr. X, is sending goods at a distance of 160 kilometers. And he generated e-way bill on 21st June 2022 at 11 a.m. Okay guys, so speak out. Now tell me, till what time e-way bill is valid? Sorry? 20? Yes, my dear friend. 22nd June 2022. Time? Sir? No idea. It is valid till 22nd June 2022 up to 12 a.m. You thought 12 p.m. a.m. only? Very good. But it's not 12 p.m., it's 12 a.m. So whatever time you generate, next day till midnight, you will have this validity. That point is very clear. Everybody getting clarity? So up to 200 kilometers one day, and for every 200 kilometers of path thereof, what my dear friends? One additional day. And in case of over-dimensional cargo, I repeat again, over-dimensional cargo, where the cargo size is big, for bigger trucks and bigger vehicles, where in terms of something like when you see cars are being brought, big trucks you will find. Vehicle is this much, backside container is this much. Over-dimensional cargo, not multi-dimensional, this is only overaction. Or multi-model shipment involving at least one leg by ship. Up to 20 kilometers. Validity is 1 day. And for every 20 kilometers or path thereof, you will get one additional day. Exactly. These are the important points what you have to keep in mind. And I already told you that there are two cases where e-way bill is mandatory to be generated even though value does not exceed 50,000. Number one, principal to job worker. Number two, handicraft goods. These two cases, e-way bill is mandatory required to be generated even though consummate value does not exceed 50,000. Friends, correct? Everybody? Good, fair enough. Now see here. If I talk about this e-way bill is mandatory only when the value is more than what, sir? 50,000 in relation to supply or for reason other than supply. So one note what I will tell you is, even if transaction is not a supply, still e-way bill is required to be generated. I hope it makes sense, everybody. Right, see this point, very, very important. This is 50,000. See this line now, very important. For certain specified goods, e-way bill needs to be generated mandatorily even if the value is less than 50,000. What the first one there? Intrastate movement of goods by principal to job worker. Second, intrastate transport of what goods? Handicraft goods. Everybody? Alright. Anyways, this point also I'll tell you. E-way bill consists of two parts. That is part A and part, fantastic, you know everything. Part A contains details of the goods, whereas part B contains vehicle details. Vehicle details. If the goods are sent in own vehicle, then the supplier itself fills both part A and part B. But if the goods are sent through transporter, then supplier will fill part A and transporter will fill part B. This is important. Next, what else? Copy of waybill. Yeah, one important point. If person fails to furnish return for continuous 2 months, then facility of generation of e-way bill for outward movement of goods. For what movement, sir? Outward movement of goods is blocked. In fact, yesterday I was actually sitting in the office for a very long time in the night because yesterday was the last date to file GST return for May month. Correct, no? For May, last date is 20th of June. Correct? One of my client is there. They missed out filing April return also, May return also. So yesterday late night we sat for a reason because April return we are trying to file. We were actually not trying to file May return, we were trying to file April return. The more cause of worry is, if I don't file within the time, from today I can't generate e-way bill. So for that reason yesterday we were struggling. You understood? That's it. Bill to ship to model way bill also is okay. This point I just told you. Once upon 100 kilometers it was, it became 200 kilometers. And always keep in mind, e-way bill is not required if the goods are sent through a non-motorized vehicle like a bullock cart or cycle, the best vehicle. Done. Take this summary in your book. Please take the summary book. So done? Chalo guys, with this I'll close the discussion on GST. So that is worth for about 80 marks for Cma Inter. So something very scoring. So we just left with some discussion about some interesting aspects in customs. We'll spend a little bit time and complete that also. Okay? Are we ready? So please cooperate. Let's spend a little bit time on discussion about some interesting aspects in customs. So in GST we are done with time of supply, value of supply, place of supply, input tax credit, registration, tax invoice, credit note, debit note, TDS, TCS, payment of tax. Correct? So a lot of interesting aspects we discussed there. So, sorry? RCM, reverse charge mechanism, that is also done. Clear, no friends? So let me take 5 minutes of more of your time, then I'll move forward. Okay? Let me ask you one question. Sir, one person has taken entry ticket to zoo. Ticket price is 600. Exempt or taxable? Taxable, why? More than 500 rupees, it becomes what, my dear friends? Taxable. Speak out. Yes, nonsense. Answer is exempt. 500 rupees concept is only in case of admission to any musical concert or award function or a cricket match, something like that. But in case of admission to zoo, wildlife sanctuary, national park, even though entry ticket is more than 500, still it becomes exempt. So that point is different, this point is different. I hope you are getting clarity on that point, no? Two very points are confused about. Okay? Speak out. Next, service by doctor to hospital. I am not asking about hospital to patient. Hospital to patient ellago exempt. నేను అడిగేది ఏంటి? డాక్టర్ టు హాస్పిటల్. ఎస్ మేడం. సార్, ఎనీ థాట్స్? This is also exempt. So exemption is not just for hospital to patient, exemption is also given for doctor to hospital. Clear, friends? Next point. Shivateja, a classical dancer. Example, Shivateja is classical dancer. He is acting as a brand ambassador for ఏ బ్రాండ్ పెడదాం? ఫేర్ అండ్ హ్యాండ్సమ్. హ్యాండ్సమ్ ఉంటుంది డాన్సర్స్ ఉండొచ్చుగా. షీ సో సపోర్టింగ్. సి దే పేడ్ 1,20,000. దట్స్ ఇట్. 1,20,000. Is it exempt? No. 100% answer is taxable. Service in case of classical art forms of music, dance, theatre is exempt only when consideration not more than 1,50,000. Here, even though it's 120, still it is taxable because that 1,50,000 limit will not apply when service is given as a brand ambassador. Brand? Exactly. Sir, clear? Speak out. Next. Miss Reddy is giving training for yoga classes. Is it exempt? Speak out. So confident. Definitely answer is exempt. The reason for that is clear. Yoga is also known as a recognized system of medicine. We have got some concepts like homeopathy, naturopathy, allopathy. Shivapathy is taxable. Exemption is only for homeopathy, allopathy, naturopathy, Unani, Siddha. Yoga is also a type of a recurrent system of medicine. In fact, there are so many doctors who say yoga is fantastic. Shivati also is planning to do that. Yeah, next. Yeah, Pranaya. So this becomes, what my difference? Exempt. Next. Shivateja is giving service to BCCI. You know BCCI? Board of Control for Cricket in India. Service to BCCI to act as commentator for a cricket match. Is it exempt? Speak out. Answer is no. Exemption is only for player, umpire, referee, coach and team manager. I repeat again, exemption is only for a player, umpire, referee, coach and team manager. But commentator, what a magnificent strike into the crowd. Taxable. Clear, no? Take these points. తెలుసు తెలుసు వెర్ ఇస్ యువర్ సెంటర్ ఉప్పల్ లిటిల్ ఫ్లవర్ చూడండి ఓ మీదంతా ఆన్లైన్ కదా ఎక్కడ అక్కడైతే వాళ్ళు ఎట్లా రాస్తారు కెమెరా ఉంటుంది కదా ఎట్లా కెమెరా మీద ఏను అంటే అమ్మాయి అబ్బాయి తెలిసిపోతాయిగా ఉందా ప్రోక్టర్ అంటే ఇట్లా ఇట్లా అదా అంతేగా Sir, done? Can I proceed? Right. So my only point I wanted to say you before I proceed to customs is that, see this exemptions topic, whether it is inter or final, whatever it is, suggestion remains the same. Don't try to mug up the exemption. Just have a clarity. For example, hotel, If the room rent is less than 1,000 per day, it becomes exempt. More than 1,000 becomes taxable. One more example, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, where the room rent is less than 1,000 exempt, more than 1,000 becomes taxable. And renting of shops more than 10,000 per month becomes taxable. And renting of Kalyana Mandapam, open areas, auditoriums more than 10,000 per day. Good. Clarity is there. Nice. So all those small points keep in mind. And services by libraries, services by Provident Fund Organization, services by SEBI, services by IRDA, all government organizations, they will become exempt. Service by RBI also is exempt. And renting of residential property for residential purpose, that is also exempt. If a residential property is given for commercial purpose, it becomes taxable. Commercial given for residential, then also taxable. Exemption is only when residential is given for residential purpose. Are we getting clarity, everybody? Please, something interesting, no doubt about it. Exemption is only when residential property is given for residential purpose. Sir, yes or no?